Onboarding a VA is just the start. Ensuring effective communication should be the next step in your list. With a virtual workforce, communication is the key to business success and growth. Hi, this is Marisa Wiman, your outsourcing queen. Today, we will be talking about effective communication, the second lesson in our Managing Your Virtual Assistant series. There will be some awkwardness and hesitations between you and your VA in the first few days of employment. That's pretty normal. You have it when you employ someone face to face. The onboarding process might be able to help improving the situation, but it would take more time and intentional action on your part to make the communication between you and your assistant more open and natural. You need to understand that communication is not just about systems and tools. It is also about connecting with people. Again, I repeat myself, but there is no difference between employing someone physically in your office or someone remotely. You have to be able to connect with people. Yes, visual communication is the best way to communicate with your VA. I do it all the time. You can see, you can read the facial expression and gauge the body language compared to solely relying on chat and voice communication only. Chatting has no tone. It is prone to misinterpretations and it's impersonal. You want to close the gap with your VA, so these imitation are serious communication blunders. Voice-only communication, on the other hand, can be challenging because sometimes people are not always easy to hear, accent and all. And it's harder to trace records of what was said, harder than going through text. Unless you go through someone that recruits the VAs for you, trains them, give them to you ready to deliver the work, then the communication is made easier. They are also working in a restricted environment where they've got all the tools to be able to communicate with you. And even the accent shouldn't be an issue, because if you've selected correctly, like I've been telling you or teaching you on the first series of this Virtual Assistant Academy, you would have picked someone with the correct accent, with the correct skill to be able to deal with what you needed to have done. If someone needed to be good on the phone, you would have picked someone that you were very comfortable and pleased with their accent. If the person doesn't have to talk on the phone, but they're able to do the work remotely, well then the accent is not really so important. Well, it's pretty common sense. If you don't see your people, you don't know, how they're doing, what they're doing, so you need to communicate quite often. So this can be 2 or 3 times a day or more. The last thing you want to do is to call only when you need a progress update or you have a new task. Communication is more than task assignment and updates. As the business owner, you need to connect with your VA as often as you feel like it. Communication includes giving feedback or simply asking how your assistant is doing. You have to make them feel like they are in the same place as you. And don't worry about over-communication. From experience, I can say that the more you communicate and engage with your VA, the better results you will have. Again, these steps are really if you're looking to engage someone working from home. If you go through someone that recruits these VAs for you, the process is made much simpler. Long talks over Skype do not always translate to effective communication. Oftentimes, it is about the quality of information being exchanged through the call. If you have an ongoing project with multiple tasks, you can ask 4 simple questions to your VA. These questions should be the most important things you want to know from your assistant. 1. Which task are you still completing as we speak? 2. What are the new tasks that you will be starting today? 3. Which of these tasks are you doing right now that is giving you issues? 4. How can I help you in any part of this project? There are many tools that you can also use to track on projects if you have someone helping you in projects. The question can be answered briefly, and you, being the one who assigned the task, can easily make sense of the answers, allowing you to check if the tasks are progressing as fast as you want it done. Again, from experience, if you engage with an organization that supplies professional VAs, they will already have systems in place to keep you updated on all the tasks the VA are doing for you. If you engage from a VA working from home, then you will require more hands-on management. Just two different ways of engaging VAs. My parting tip will be to never leave your VA hanging with a question. The reason is easy. You cannot be the bottleneck for the very task you delegated to your assistant. If you cannot provide an immediate proper response, at least chat or drop a line when can you be available to engage with him or her to answer the questions. If possible, provide initial instructions so that if it is a task, it can progress forward. Communication, as you know by now, is critical to make this partnership working. Communication can make all the difference in a growing, internet-driven business. While the dynamics of communication remains the same, there are some unique considerations when dealing with a remote team. Consider the pointers I have shared and make sure the communication line between you and your VA is as clear as they should be. Next week, we'll be continuing on with lessons on motivating your virtual assistant. Stay tuned for that one. Next Tuesday, 7 p.m. Brisbane time. This is Marisa, the outsourcing queen. And VAs are no different. For people in the office, it is easier to plot out where they want to be in the future. They can easily visualize their career path. This can be more challenging for remote workers. Your VA needs the assurance of professional